We will meeting to order the regular meeting of Warren City Council, July 20th. You'll rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to welcome everyone who's in our gallery this evening and on Zoom. This would be the opportunity this evening that if you have anything you'd like to discuss that's not currently on the agenda, you're welcome to come forward. All right, hearing none, we will move on to a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 3B, motion to amend the agenda and statement of purpose of amendment.
Make a motion, we not amend the agenda. Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approval of the June 15th, 2026 public hearing and the regular meeting.
Madam Vice President,
Mr. Will.
I do believe that we missed roll call.
Oh my gosh, we missed a roll call. Thank you, Mr. Valella. Ms. Leary. If we do roll call now, do we have to repeat all of that?
No.
Okay, great.
Ms. Flasher,
Here.
Mrs. Casey,
Here.
Mr. Cashman,
Present.
Mr. Gilbert,
Here.
Mr. Champlin,
Here.
Mr. Valella,
Present.
Mayor Wortman.
Here.
We have a quorum with all members participating.
It's so nice to have you here, Mayor. It's nice to hear that we have a full body this evening.
Well, it's good to be here. Thank you.
You're welcome. See, you gotta come back soon. It's all the things out. So we'll move back to number 4, approval of the minutes. Do we have a motion and a second or any corrections?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Ms. Leary, do we have any correspondence?
No, I do not.
Unfortunately, we do not have a guest presenter this evening. They were unable to make it, so we will skip over that. Hopefully next month, we will be able to have an exciting presenter. And we'll just go right into our business agenda, 7A, proposed resolution appointing Staplefored Law Office LLC as solicitor. Ms. Violet.
Yes, thank you. Effective July 1st, the firm of Staplefored and Byam LLC was dissolved. Andrea Staplefored established Staplefored Law Office LLC, with its office being located at 600 Market Street. As a result of the dissolution, it is necessary for the city to adopt a resolution specifying that Staplefored and Byam LLC will no longer provide services to the city and that Staplefored Law Office LLC will serve as the city's solicitor for the remainder of 2026. It is also necessary to accept the retainer letter from Staplefored Law Office LLC. It should be noted that fees will remain unchanged for the remainder of 2026. Action requested is council's consideration and motion regarding the resolution appointing Staplefored Law Office LLC as the city solicitor and authorization for the city manager to sign the retainer letter. Enclosed is the proposed resolution, the retainer letter, and notice of dissolution.
Thank you. Is there anybody in the gallery or on Zoom who wishes to comment or question on this particular agenda item? Hearing none. Anyone on council have a question, comment, or a motion?
I move that we proceed and appoint her as our solicitor.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Leary, could you please call for vote?
Yes, Ms. Flasher,
Yes.
Mrs. Casey,
Yes.
Mr. Cashman,
Yes.
Mr. Gilbert,
Yes.
Mr. Champlin,
Yes.
Mr. Valella,
Yes.
Mayor Wortman.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you. We'll move to 7B, proposed tax assessment appeal settlements. Ms. Leary.
Yes, at the December 15th, 2025 regular meeting, council authorized a joint representation agreement for the engagement of legal counsel to negotiate property assessment appeals. The participating parties subsequently engaged the services of Jordan Schuber, Esquire, and partner, and Vidilin, McCandless, King, Coulter, and Graham LLP. On June 23rd, the firm notified the city that tentative settlement agreements have been reached for 10 of the appeals. It was stated that Warren County approved these settlements and it remains for the city and school district to approve them. The stipulations in these appeals contain identical language and set forth the agreed upon assessed value for each of the properties at issue. The stipulations set forth in the settlement agreements specify that the assessed value on the properties shall remain unless and until changed in the normal course of business, such as addition, demolition, subdivision, or a countywide reassessment. Pending the approval of these settlements, approximately 6 tax settlement appeals involving the city remain to be resolved. The action requested is council's consideration and motion to approve settlements in the following tax assessment appeals pending in the Warren County Court of Common Pleas. In the matter of Worley Industries, number 2025-619, Northwest Bank, numbers 2025, 640, 641, 642, 643, 644, 645, and 646. Catherine Simpson, number 2025, 656, and Stephen Jones, number 2025, 687. Enclosures were a sample settlement agreement and a chart of the proposed settlements. And Mrs. Stapleford is online via Zoom to answer any questions that council may have.
Thank you, Mrs. Leary. Is there anyone in the gallery or on Zoom who has a question or comment on this agenda item? Hearing none. Council, both in person on Zoom, any questions? Mr. Cashman.
Jessica, what's the size of the check that we have to write in this settlement?
So I don't think there would be a check we have to write. Per se, it would just be loss of revenue. I do not have that number right now. That would usually come from Brian Bull at the courthouse. And I don't believe we reached out to him.
So these people didn't pay their taxes then?
These are appeals for the reassessment.
Right, but that goes. In other words,
I
I
see what you're
got my
saying.
tax bill for the reassessment, I paid it. All right,
I see what you're saying. I do not know if all of these people have paid.
okay. So there'll be.
Potential
either their
refund.
tax bill will be reduced. But they're in the penalty phase now, aren't they?
Yes.
Any other questions? Motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve as submitted. And lowering the assessments for these people, for these entities and for.
No motion?
I'll second that motion.
No motion in a second. Any further discussion or questions?
Ms. Flasher, I do have a quick question, and this one probably goes to Mrs. Stapleford, but just from a practical matter, the city of Warren relative to these assessments and the appeals of the assessments, we really don't have a way to change the outcome if the county has agreed to these valuations and the changes of those valuations. Is that correct?
She is on.
It looks like it's
Yeah,
muted.
it looks like she's muted.
Yeah, she might be either muted or.
Mrs. Stapleford, are
My-
you able to mute yourself?
My point being is that, I mean, this is similar to some of the other tax assessments that we've dealt with in years past, whereas we're one of 3 parties that has to agree to the change of those valuations. And once the county and the school district, basically a trickle down effect with the city. Anyway, if anybody else wants to address that issue, that's fine. If not, then That's all I have.
Mrs. Stapleford, were you
Can
able
you
to hear
hear
Mayor
me?
Whitman's question? Yes, we can hear you
I
now.
did, and I apologize. Okay, I apologize. My mute button was not lit up, but obviously I needed to do a little bit more. But no, the mayor's assessment is correct. Unfortunately, the city is sort of low man on the totem pole in this kind of situation. So unless we were to mount an extensive and expensive and likely to be unsuccessful challenge, especially without the county and the school district being on board, we'd be spending good money for not much result. Little to no chance of any result.
I appreciate that. I just wanted to make sure that, we understood the big picture process, and it's discussed each and every time that these types of tax appeals come in front of this body. That's all.
Sure.
Thank you.
Nope, that's understandable. You're welcome.
Any other questions? So we have a motion and a second. No further questions. Ms. Cleary, could you please call vote?
Yes, Ms. Flasher,
Yes.
Mrs. Casey,
Yes.
Mr. Cashman,
Yes.
Mr. Gilbert,
Yes.
Mr. Champlin,
Yes,
Mr. Valella,
Yes.
Mayor Workman.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you. 7C, proposed ordinance, no parking area on Glenwood Street. Chiefs for Mary.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Glenwood Street runs between Jackson Avenue and Buchanan Street with a 90-degree turn at the point where the street transitions from north to south travel to east to west travel. The street recently underwent a complete rehabilitation project under Community Development Block Grant funding, and with the addition of curbing as required under CDBG guidelines, the roadway is not wide enough for large vehicles, i.e. garbage trucks, delivery trucks, to negotiate the turn when vehicles are parked on the street. Therefore, it is recommended that a no parking area be established on the west curb of Glenwood Street between a point 590 feet north of the north curb of Jackson Avenue and a point 624 feet north of the north curb of Jackson Avenue. Action requested, council consideration of motion regarding the ordinance establishing a no parking area on Glenwood Street. And there are 2 maps attached for your viewing pleasure.
Thank you, Chief. Is there anyone in the gallery or on Zoom who would like to comment or question on this agenda item? Okay, anyone on council, questions, comments, or motion?
yeah.
Yes, Mrs. Casey.
I'm assuming someone has talked to the residents at least on the street or has spoken with them. Thoughts, opinions, ideas?
So, the engineer and the manager were working on this and both are out tonight.
Yep.
So I am reading a blue piece of paper and I have no other details for you.
I think this was part of the, I'm sorry to interrupt. I think it was part of the CDBG guidelines.
Right.
So, I'm not sure if the residents were contacted.
Yeah, that I'm not sure either. If you look at the map, it's a distance of 34 feet.
Right.
And I know there have been specific issues with that exact 34-foot area. But I do not know if anybody's been notified or not.
Mr. Welch.
So I was going to ask, are we aware of any incidences previously prior to the street being redone on that corner, because it is a tight corner?
Prior and after it being done.
And I'm looking at the map, I do see the houses that would appear to be most affected all appear to have off street.
And if you look at that house due north, where the driveway is, I would argue that allowing people to park here would make it difficult for that person to exit their driveway anyways.
29 Glenwood.
Correct, yes.
Mr. Champlin.
He answered my question. I was just confirming it was 34 feet.
Mr. Cashman, do you have anything?
Ms. Flasher,
Yes, Mr. Gilbert.
I used to reside on the corner of Buchanan and Glenwood, and I would say that this is warranted. Having lived there for several years, that area is pretty tight. So I remember garbage trucks and deliveries and stuff, they would always have a hard time navigating that turn.
Thank you for that. Are there any further questions? A motion in a second. Mr. Lowe?
I'll make a motion that we approve the no parking area on Glenwood Street as presented.
Second.
We have a motion in a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none. Ms. Leary, could you please call vote?
Yes, Ms. Flasher,
Yes.
Mrs. Casey,
Yes.
Mr. Cashman,
Yes.
Mr. Gilbert,
Yes.
Mr. Champlin,
Yes.
Mr. Villela,
Yes.
Mayor Workman.
Yes.
Motion carries unanimously.
Thank you. And 7D, disposition of surplus equipment. Mr. Tyler?
Thank you. Council periodically authorizes the disposition of supplies, materials, and equipment that are no longer suitable or necessary for city operations. The following DPW vehicle is presented for council's consideration. A Ford F-350 4x4 dump truck. Action requested is council's consideration and motion to authorize disposition of the stated surplus vehicle in a manner permitted by city code.
Thank you. Is there anyone in the gallery or on Zoom who wishes to comment or has a question on this agenda item? Okay, hearing none. Council, any questions or motion?
Are we replacing this truck or do we just have too many dump trucks or what's?
So this particular dump truck is 17 years old. About 3 years ago, we bought basically a twin of it. This older one just doesn't work as well for the group. Yeah.
In that case, I'll make a motion that we dispose of dump the dump truck.
I'll second that.
I'd like the minutes next month to reflect, dump the dump truck. So we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Leary, could you please call vote?
Yes, Ms. Flasher,
Yes.
Mrs. Casey,
Yes.
Mr. Cashman,
Yes.
Mr. Gilbert,
Yes.
Mr. Champlin,
Yes.
Mr. Villela,
Yes.
Mayor Workman.
Yes.
The motion carries unanimously.
Thank you. So we're done committee updates, and Mr. Rossi, if you wouldn't mind, I've been attending both riverfront meetings and the comp plans. Each one I present
Sure.
both those items.
I can do that. For the comprehensive task force, I'm happy to announce that we had a very successful restart for Rib Fest. And all three rivers have committed to returning next year. And our plans are that the event will take place during the same time frame, so the last weekend of June. So, on July 14th, the Downtown Merchants Group met. They continue to work on plans for their fall events, with the fall harvest festival starting on October 2nd. So that's the first weekend in October. They're also looking at a scarecrow contest during that event. And they're looking for some additional events to fill out the rest of the year. And also their first Friday event will be on August 7th. And it is a car show, which will be held on Liberty Street. As far as the riverfront, the group continues to meet with the consultants every other week and meet on their own on the off weeks from that. We're continuing to look at the amenities that will complement the boat ramp, and hopefully we'll have a plan by early fall.
We can talk about that after that, right?
Maybe.
That would be exciting. Thank you. And about the merchants group, we just have an agenda in our packet. Is this meeting open to the public? Is it a closed group? Are they looking for any additional groups to be involved in this meeting?
I believe it's open to the public. And they do have a list in your packet where they're going to be meeting for the next meeting. So I would think anybody could come and provide input.
It's the fun stuff, so it kind of looks like a good times. Mr. Willella?
Mr. Rossi, we solicited feedback from all of the businesses on their thoughts concerning Rib Fest.
Actually, during Rib Fest, we made it a point to walk around and talk to the businesses. And most of the feedback that I got was positive. I did not take the time to actually visit with the restaurants, but I can assure you that on that Friday night, Restaurant Row was as busy as they are on any other Friday night. So, and we have not gotten any negative feedback that I'm aware of.
I'd like to make a comment. Sure, since, yeah, Randy brought it up now, but I guess it's really to all the departments too. It was a lot. The event, it took a lot of planning and time and execution. And for any comments that we may or may not have heard, I just would like to say thank you, because it took tremendous amount of effort on everybody's part that was down there. Not only that, but it was exciting to see it lead into the 4th of July, and the events and activities that week are busy no matter what. On a typical year, I would say, and this was an unusual year, adding this one on top of it. So I cannot thank everybody in the departments enough. It was a team effort, and it was nice to see a lot of council members here that were down there present. Phil, Jared, Morgan, it was great to talk with you, and Will volunteered with me for a couple of hours handing out tickets. So I'd like to say that, any other comments that might have been had, it was a great event.
I think the only downside was the Warren Phil's 4th of July cut was postponed or moved because of weather. And I think the ice cream place said, they normally, I can't remember, a couple $1,000s worth of ice cream sales were missed as a result. It's a weather situation rather than anything else, but, hopefully, we can have the Warren Phil back on the street, and, that will actually bring a lot more people downtown.
I went to the concert that I had moved it to the high school. And I looked at, I don't know what the capacity is of the high school there. But it was full. And I don't know how you get that many people positioned. No, I was there, there were hardly any empty seats.
So there were,
It's
there were-
1,000.
you didn't look behind you.
1,000.
There were ones that you were there,
It's the capacity of 1,000.
And was it mostly
nearly
full?
full. It was nearly full.
yeah. So
Oh,
1,000, call it 879. Yeah, I don't know how you get 800 or 700 people well positioned to hear the concert downtown.
You do. Yep, I've been there numerous times, and it just, the street just fills up with chairs, people standing. It's wonderful. And having it between the two buildings actually adds to the acoustics,
Acoustics, yeah.
so
We look forward to it next year.
always. I think it's the only third time, I can't remember a number of years they've been downtown that was moved up to the high school. I mean, the acoustics of the high school and the sound system is obviously, premier, but having it on the street is a unique experience.
Mr. Willella?
I can't remember where it started, if it was in a committee or if it was in a council meeting. I believe it was potentially Mr. Gilbert who brought it up, but I wanted to thank DPW and comment on how lovely the Edison bulb strings of lights look to improve the ambiance downtown. So we have a bunch of people obviously in for the 4th, and a lot of visitors all made commentary about how fantastic it looks. So
Mike's not even here to hear all this praise. We're gonna have to watch our video back.
we'll test them on.
Yeah. Exactly. Anything else for Mr. Rossi on the comp plan task force or riverfront development?
No.
Oh, I have one question. So next year, the Red Fest is the 24th, 25th, and 26th of June. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I was not at COG. Part of the reason why I missed Ridge Fest, I was out of town on vacation, so I was not there. Mike is not here, so we're gonna skip over that. However, council members, we do get the approved minutes in our email, so if you are curious what was discussed, it'll be there. And again, they are open to the public and to all of us, and so they are the first Wednesday of the month. And if you wanna know where, just like ask and all of you guys can. And then Warren Works, I don't know if anyone's here who can speak on that. I don't know if anybody attends that executive session or not, so I guess we will skip it. Do we have any questions for the department heads on the reports that we received?
Ms. Flasher, just want to make another couple comments and apologize for kind of reiterating some of the sentiments that have already been relayed, but I just can't say enough good things about all the work that the city staff, the DPW, the police, fire, and everybody that was involved with all the activities in the downtown area for Rib Fest and for the amazing 4th of July celebration that we always put on, to include, the Friday night music in the park and, just the support that everybody is giving to the downtown businesses. It's being noticed, and, driving through the downtown, it just looks amazing. And I appreciate all the hard work that everybody put in for that. It certainly makes our city shine in a lot of different ways. And people that are from here that come back, and or new visitors to the city, it really does make a grand impression. And really appreciate all the hard work, because it obviously takes a lot of our staff away from their family during the holidays so they can support the city in that way. So thanks for all the time and the effort, the professionalism to put on such a great show.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Do you have, while you have the floor, is there anything else that you would like to mention?
No, I think that's about it. It's great to be able to join the meeting tonight, and I look forward to possibly being there in person and at the August meeting.
Yay. We're looking forward to that. And before we move for a motion for adjournment, I do just want to mention that we are having a ribbon cutting for our mural that Sarah Alio that painted near the roundabout. It's on July 30th at 5 p.m. at the corner of Pennsylvania Avenue West and Market Street. You'll be able to meet the artist, and we get to celebrate this colorful addition to our community. And we are encouraging anyone who's listening right now to attend and pick Sarah's brain.
Tell them what happens as you go uptown, the various discounts that are gonna be offered by the merchants then.
Great segue, Mr. Cashman. Also on that same Thursday, July 30th, some of the downtown businesses are running specials. So we have the Plaza with a $2 off all desserts. Twig and Vine serving a $3 Mountain Laurel specialty cocktail. Wicked Warren's $2 off all pizzas. Chloe's Creameries, which is where I'll be, buy one get one on all 2-scoop ice creams. Bet Run Brewing, $2 off drafts, cocktails, and apps, and 50% off wings. Christie's Downtown Pub and Grill, $2 off drafts, $2 off burgers, $13 burrito and taco salads. And Liberty Street Lunch will be open until 3, and they will have free fries with any sandwich purchase. And so with that, the cruise in and Youngsville already happened, so we will, well, this one is for August 7th. We already talked about this in this meeting, and this is the cruise in that is going to be happening in downtown in August.
He did as a good substitute for guest presenters.
Aw, dang. So with that being said, does anyone have anything else? A motion to adjourn, Mr. Valella?
I do also in council packets is the Warren in Motion Active Transportation Plan. I know the city's chasing public input. If we could continue to share that and get that in front of as many residents as possible, business owners, citizens, we really want the input now so that we can make the best choices moving forward.
Ms. Leary, is this on our Facebook page?
Yes, it is.
Amazing.
It appeared as a post, and it's also pinned at the top of the page.
Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Valella.
And after that, I would move to adjourn.
We have a motion to adjourn. We do not need a second. Adjourn.